Get comfortable with English in comfort. This is your English listening practice podcast to help you learn and improve naturally.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English in Comfort. I'm Anna.
And I'm Mark.
Today, we are back with another really important episode. We are going to learn how to talk about your daily routine.
This is such an important topic. It helps you describe your life, your habits, and what you do every day.
Right? For example, Mark, how is your day in general?
Well, I usually have a very busy morning. I run, I make breakfast, I rush to work. It is full of action.
Well, that sounds tiring. My morning is very different. I usually like to take my time. I drink coffee and read. It is very calm.
That sounds nice. And we both just used a very important word. We both use the word usually. I said I usually have a busy morning. And you said you usually take your time.
Usually is one of the most common words we use to talk about routines. But it is not the only one. There are plenty of others. So, in this episode, we are going to learn how to talk about our daily routines. You can listen to how we describe our day from morning to night.
Stick with us because we are going to break down and talk about all the key words and phrases that you will need and can start using in your daily conversation.
So get comfortable, grab your tea, and let's get started.
So, let's talk about our morning routine. How the day actually starts. I am definitely a morning person. My alarm goes off at 6 a.m. every single day.
6 a.m.? That sounds painful to me. I usually set mine for 7:30, and honestly, I almost always hit the snooze button.
You do?
I just need those few extra minutes to wake up slowly. I can't just jump up.
I can't do that. If I hit snooze, I might never get up. I have to turn off the alarm and jump out of bed immediately. It's the only way. And then I go straight to the bathroom and wash my face with cold water.
Cold water? Really? That is too intense for me. I would freeze.
But it wakes you up.
I bet it does. I head straight to the kitchen. I absolutely cannot start my day without a glass of water and putting the kettle on for my tea. It's my quiet moment.
For me, I need something stronger. I am a coffee person, but I actually don't have it right away.
You don't? I thought you loved coffee.
I do. But before I have my coffee, I usually try to exercise. I go for a quick 20-minute run around the neighborhood. It wakes me up better than caffeine.
I really admire that energy. I rarely exercise in the morning. While I drink my tea, I usually just sit on the sofa and read a book or check the news. I really need a calm, quiet start, or I feel stressed for the rest of the day.
That actually sounds very peaceful. My morning is a bit of a race. After my run, I shower and get dressed. I actually pick out my clothes the night before just so I don't have to think about it.
That is such a smart habit. I always choose my clothes in the morning, and I waste so much time standing in front of the closet deciding what to wear.
It saves me about 10 minutes, and that gives me just enough time for a quick breakfast. Usually just a banana or maybe some toast. I keep it very light.
I couldn't do that. I never skip a big breakfast. I usually make oatmeal with fruit. I need a lot of energy to get going.
It works for you. By 7:30, I grab my bag, check for my keys, and I am out the door to catch the train.
You have lived a whole life before 8 a.m. By that time, I am usually just putting on my coat to leave.
It really shows that everyone has a completely different rhythm, but both routines work perfectly for us.
They do. But fast forward to the end of the day, when the workday finally finishes.
Ah, the best part. I usually get home around 5:30, and honestly, the first thing I have to do is change my clothes.
Oh, I am the exact same. I cannot relax in my work clothes. I put on a t-shirt and sweatpants immediately. It tells my brain that the workday is over.
Exactly, it is the best feeling. And once I am comfortable, I head straight to the kitchen. I am usually starving by that time.
Me too. But I have to admit, I am a bit lazy in the evenings. I usually cook something very fast, like pasta or a simple stir-fry. I don't like spending hours cooking.
I am the opposite. I actually love cooking after work.
Really? Even after a long day?
Yes, chopping vegetables helps me relax and forget about the stress of the day. It's like meditation for me.
That is a great way to look at it. Maybe I should try to enjoy it more. But I do like the part after dinner. I always wash the dishes right away so the kitchen is clean.
I agree, it is much better to sit down when the house is tidy. So, after the chores are done, I usually go to the living room to unwind.
That is my favorite time of day. I usually turn on the TV and watch a funny show or a movie. I just want to laugh and relax.
That sounds fun. I rarely watch TV during the week. I prefer to have some quiet time. I usually read a book or listen to some soft music. I try to stay away from screens before bed.
That is a very healthy habit. I know I should do that, but it is hard. I often stay up late watching shows. I am definitely a night owl.
Ah, see, that makes sense because you like to sleep in. I start getting sleepy around 10 p.m.
10 p.m.?
Yes. I brush my teeth, get into my pajamas, and I am usually asleep by 10:30. I can't keep my eyes open.
10:30. I am usually just starting a movie then. I rarely go to bed before midnight. I love the quiet of the house at night.
But then, how do you wake up for work?
That is why I need the snooze button.
And that is why I need my morning run. We really are opposites.
That was really fun. It is interesting to see how different our days are, but we actually used a lot of the exact same words to describe them.
We did. And the most important group of words we used are what we call frequency words.
These are the words that tell you how often you do something. They paint the picture of your habits.
Exactly. And the star of the show today was the word usually. We used it constantly.
Usually. This is a great word. It means you do something almost every day. It is your normal habit.
Right. It is not 100%, but it is maybe 80% or 90%. For example, I usually wake up at 6 a.m.
But we also used a stronger word. We used the word always.
Always. That means 100%. Every single time. I said I always make coffee. I never miss a day.
And on the other side, we have the word rarely. I said I rarely exercise in the morning.
Rarely is a very useful word. It means not often, or almost never. Maybe you do it one time a month.
Exactly. So you can say I usually cook, but I rarely bake cakes. It helps you be very specific about your life.
And there is one more we should mention. Sometimes. This is right in the middle. Maybe 50%.
Yes, I sometimes hit the snooze button. Not always, but not rarely. Just sometimes.
So those are the frequency words. Another really important thing we did was use linking words.
Right? Linking words are the words that connect our actions together. For example, then, after, finally. All these are called linking words.
If we don't use linking words, we might sound like a robot. We don't say, I wake up, I eat, I go. We say, first I wake up, then I brush my teeth. After that, I get dressed, and finally, I leave the house.
These act like little bridges between your sentences. They make your talk sounds more smooth and natural.
That's right, it makes you sound so much more fluent.
Now, let's look at a few specific phrases we used in the conversation. Mark mentioned his alarm. He said, "My alarm goes off."
Yes, to go off. This is a funny phrase. When an alarm goes off, it means it starts making noise.
That can be confusing for learners because usually off means stop. But for an alarm, go off means it starts ringing.
Exactly, and Anna mentioned a very popular button on the alarm clock, the snooze button.
The snooze button. To hit snooze means you stop the alarm for just a few minutes, so you can sleep a little longer.
It is a dangerous button. And that connects to the two types of people we talked about. We mentioned an early bird and a night owl.
These are such great idioms. An early bird is someone who loves the morning. They have lots of energy early in the day.
Like me. I am definitely an early bird. But you said you are a night owl.
I am. A night owl is someone who has more energy at night. They like to stay up late and maybe sleep a little later in the morning.
It is a fun way to describe your personality. We also used a great word for the evening time. We talked about how to unwind.
I love that word, to unwind. It means to relax after a period of work or stress.
Think of it like a tight knot in a rope. When you relax, you untie the knot. You unwind.
You can unwind by watching TV, reading a book, or cooking. It is just your way of transitioning from busy to calm.
And finally, we talked about meals. I said that I sometimes skip breakfast.
To skip a meal just means you do not eat it. You miss it on purpose.
It is very common to hear people say, I skipped lunch because I was busy. Or, I never skip breakfast because I get hungry.
So, those are the key pieces for talking about your day. Frequency words, linking words, and those special phrases for waking up and relaxing.
And that brings us to the end of today's episode, where we learned how to talk about our daily routine.
We went from the first alarm all the way to midnight. We really hope this conversation helped you learn how to describe your own day.
And now we have a question for you. We are really curious to know. Are you an early bird like me? Someone who wakes up early and has lots of energy in the morning?
Or are you a night owl like me? Someone who prefers to stay up late and enjoy the quiet of the night?
Let us know in the comments. We love reading your answers.
And as always, for more English listening and speaking practice, daily life phrases and conversation, be sure to subscribe to English in Comfort.
Thank you for letting us be part of your learning journey. Keep practicing, keep improving, and take care, everyone.